Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are having a great Monday. This is your girl, Anonymous Reality TV Blogger. Hoping you guys are having a great day wherever you guys are. I wanted to do a quick review on Love Island Australia, Season 3, Episode 5. And wow, there was a lot of action packed in this hour today. We picked up they replayed a little bit of the Taku and Aaron argument, and it was kind of weird, the fallout, because I felt as though, like, to Taco's face, they were on his side, but then behind his back around Aaron, they kind of took his side when he said it was just banter. But really, I felt that Jordan was being pretty genuine in telling Taku, and they had a really close bond and close friendship. And I thought that was pretty authentic, to let Taku know the kind of, stuff that Aaron was saying, because there was no need to be messy. I mean, all Aaron had to admit was that he was in his feelings, that Jess didn't want him anymore, and he didn't want to own that he kind of was playing Jess too, because he also was hoping that Lexie would choose him as well. So he's not completely innocent in that regard. Also, we have the recoupling coming up. So, everybody was kind of having some early conversations. Ari admitted she still has feelings for Ryan, even though she hasn't interacted with Ryan really since Lexie recoupled with him. The following day, they had a challenge, and it was kind of like a Build-A-Bear challenge, where all of the Islanders, you had to build your perfect man or your perfect female, and, choose between their face, their smile, their torso, their legs, and all that good stuff of what body part basically you liked about each person. So that was kind of what they did for their activity. And then both Ronnie, really, we saw the most, kind of talking to everybody and getting to grafting and trying to see, like, who would be interested in keeping him. And pretty much all of the girls were always going to keep the new guys. It always felt that way. The bottom was obviously going to be between Aaron, Jordan, or Ronnie. That would be the first elimination. And so then there was a double date with Ryan, Taku, Jess, and Lexie, where they were, like, feeding chocolate strawberries to each other in the hot tub. So, and then it was kind of funny because then Tina had to go to the restroom in, like, the midst of when everybody kind of dispersed, and it was just Taku and Jess kind of kissing. And it was kind of funny, but also awkward at the same time. But it was just for laughs. And also, Mitch was doing a little bit of talking to Courtney, because Courtney also had a choice, essentially, since she really wasn't in a serious couple with anybody. So therefore, whoever she chose, it would be basically a fresh start. And so I don't know why, but Mitch basically said that he was only interested right now in Tina, which is not something you want to say when you're trying to, have your safety in place and all of that good stuff. But whatever. I think he knew pretty much that Tina was going to choose him, so he wasn't too worried about that. So really on to the recoupling, because really there wasn't much drama other than Ari telling Lexie right before the recoupling that she still had feelings for Ryan. The only thing about this is I don't understand why she didn't have a conversation with Ryan if she really felt that way. Like, she felt more so the sting and the embarrassment of being the person who she got her couple taken away from her. She got her man taken away from her from the bombshell, but we didn't see anything after that. Like, they had a conversation. Ari was turned off and was begging him to not, sleep in their bed or whatever and sleep outside on her behalf. And then she rejected his kiss. But then after that, they never talked again. So as a result of that, he got even closer to Lexie. Now, whether that's real or not until the next female bombshell comes in, that's yet to be seen. But it was pretty made clear that he was done in all, for intents and purposes, he was done with Ari, essentially. So there was that. So we get to the recoupling. Taku goes first. Because he was voted by America for the America's Favorite Islander on first impressions. And then he, of course, chose Jess. And then it was revealed to everybody that Jess was voted the favorite female Islander out of everybody. So everybody was kind of happy about that. And I kind of got that vibe. She kind of reminds me of Liberty from Love Island UK season 7, the season that just passed, where it's just like the friendly blonde, who seems like really nice and genuine and everybody likes kind of vibe is the vibe that I get from her. I do think that the connection with her and Taku is genuine. I'm not seeing anything that's giving off any red flags or anything like that. I think she genuinely was into her coupling with Jordan. And I think, him going to kiss Rachel and all this other stuff just wasn't the move. And I think he really realized that he could have really had something real with Jess and, went away from that a little bit too soon. So yeah, I think he regrets that definitely, for sure. But yeah, I think her and Taku, I think now that they know that they're Australia's favorite man and woman right now, Islander, I think they can potentially go the distance and win. I think I would be very shocked at this point if something happened where, they were going to immediately leave, at the next site of another bombshell, but who knows? Who knows? So anyways, the rest of the recoupling goes. Courtney chooses Ryan, or not Ryan. I don't know why Ryan's in my mind right now, because just of his foolishness. She chooses Ronnie and basically says that she's willing to give a fresh start with him. And he's kind of like an airhead because he kind of like looks and he's like, so should I go or should I stay after he's picked, and gives this wink. And I'm like, dude, go hug your couple. Go hug Courtney. Like, what are you doing, dude? And it was just weird. Ari chose Aaron, and I found that interesting that they let Ari go before Lexie, and I had a feeling that production was probably hoping that she would be messy and choose Brian and then have all this awkwardness, but instead she just went with Aaron, who I'm not sure why people are upset about. Yes, I want Aaron to go, but Aaron and Ari literally are very close friends and have been close friends since the start. So it didn't surprise me that in the event that her and Ryan didn't couple up, that she would save Aaron over any of the other guys that were left. It's just weird that she is really exhibiting all of these one-sided feelings for Ryan all of a sudden. And I don't even think she likes him as much as it is she doesn't like the fact that she's the one who isn't as progressed along as some of the other couples, like Rachel and, Chris, and how Mitch and Tina are, and how, her good friend Jess and Taku are doing. So she kind of just feels like, compared to them, she should be within her match. But she also said she's been single for 7 years. So that's something else as well. So Rachel chooses Chris, said that she likes the fact that somebody she connects with likes her quirkiness. And then Lexie chooses Ryan. Surprise, surprise. And he has no reaction to Ari saying she still has feelings for him. And they kept panning the camera to Lexie, who kept having this smirk on her face whenever Ari was upset or talking or whatever. And then Taku was just giving the funniest facial expressions because he's just like, what is going on? So ultimately that left Jordan with being the single male that was left, who unfortunately was going to be the first to be dumped from the island. And there's a lot of people who are upset about this, but the thing of it is, yes, he was real and he was honest. but he overplayed his hand, those first 48 hours. Like, he really should have tried in his original connection, first and foremost, exhausted all options to see if there was a true spark there, a true connection. But then he wanted to be rogue and thought that he could go with Rachel and that him and Rachel would then recouple. But then she said she friend zoned him as well. And then it kind of left him out in the dust, and it kind of left a sour taste in the rest of the females' mouths. So they didn't want to deal with it. So I didn't see a situation where he was going to stay with that happening. I mean, of course, he's great looking. He's one of the most attractive men there that's in the villa. But when you do something like that, when you come off as a player right off the bat and you leave a bad taste with a couple of the girls, and, even when you're eliminated, you're still saying, if girls want somebody who has red flags, choose me. That doesn't really tell me that you grew from the experience. It just tells me that you're just going to be honest, that you're always looking for something better, and that you're going to continue to be a player until you find your one. But you could be a little bit more refined and learn that, female don't like that player type of behavior, especially in a game like this, to where you want to see genuine connections and genuine interactions, and you're up here just off kissing everybody, kissing people behind the scenes and being messy. That's not cool. So ultimately, I feel it was the right decision, because it would have just been more foolery happening as the bombshells came in, and he wouldn't have been serious about anybody. So there's that. So tomorrow we have a new bombshell coming, Emily, and apparently she's a runner-up for Miss Australia. So very pretty. I also found out that she and Mitch apparently follow each other on Instagram and have already liked and commented on each other's pages. So I'm not sure if this is going to be a similar situation to those of you who've watched Love Island USA, where Will and Kyra already sort of kind of knew each other, or kind of had some interactions on social media in the past where they've liked and commented on people's photos, on each other's photos in the past. I don't know if this is going to be the same thing where Mitch is faking his interest in Tina until Emily gets there, and then he's going to switch up, or if Emily will still Ryan or somebody, or what the move is going to be. But I am very interested to see on how the men react to her and who she chooses for her initial icebreaker dates, and how that's going to impact the rest of the girls. And hopefully some more men come in as well, because I really hope that Ari does find somebody so she can get over this whole Ryan situation, because it's just a train wreck. And Ryan, I hope him and Lexie, whenever there's the vote to vote people out, I hope they're voted out first, because they're just not giving what they need to give. And, honestly, real talk, had it not been for Lexie, like, Ryan really is not, really should have gone home as well. Like, him and Aaron would have been the first two people. I would have not minded them going, but, it'll be what it'll be. Also, apparently this is only going to be a very short season for 30 days. I'm hoping there's a way that this can be longer, or if they can at least air more episodes. Us only seeing this, a few days a week is very unfortunate, because I feel like we've missed so much, and I feel like, the new bombshells already assimilated in, and there's probably already new male bombshells in, and probably already another recoupling. Like, I feel like we're like 3 or 4 days behind of what's currently happening in the villa. So hopefully we can get some more episodes in, or they can try to extend it, at least to the 45-day mark or something, because I'm just not sure how Casa Amor is going to work on a 30-day schedule for this season. So more to come on that. Please let me know your guys' thoughts on what you guys thought of the episode, and I will be back with another update on our next episode. Talk to you guys soon.